Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Jeff and thank you for checking out my channel, Films at Home. Today we have another Blu-ray review to do. We are going to cover The Disaster Artist. This is a title from A24. If you haven't heard of A24, they do some great stuff like Lady Bird, like Good Time, also did Ex Machina, It Comes at Night, just countless great indie movies. The Florida Project was theirs. If you haven't heard of A24, please go check them out. They have some great titles. This is The Disaster Artist. I'll talk about video quality, the audio, the movie itself, some of the special features, and then whether it's worth a pickup or not. So let's play the intro and get started. Alright, so I saw The Disaster Artist back in theaters when it came out. I'm a huge fan of The Room. I have a signed Blu-ray from Tommy Wiseau, who is the director of The Room, the guy who stars in The Room, the worst movie ever made. And this movie is basically about the worst movie ever made and how it got made and their whole story behind it between Tommy and Greg Sestero, who was his kind of friend who he met in LA, and they starred in the movie together. James Franco is incredible as Tommy Wiseau. I really think he should have been nominated for an Oscar. There was some controversy with him, and I think that's what led him to not get nominated, but he did win the Golden Globe for it. He does a great job. Dave Franco's really good in this. Seth Rogen's really funny. A great cast, and honestly, the side-by-side shots of what they filmed for this and the actual movie of The Room are spot on, so stay tuned to the credits. They go back and do some side-by-side comparisons, which are really cool. But I thought the movie was great. It's got a great screenplay. It's a really interesting story, especially if you have seen The Room and you know about The Room, but you don't really know about how it was made. This is based on the book that Greg Sestero wrote after he made the movie, called The Disaster Artist, and just a really interesting Hollywood story. How this even happened is incredible, and then the cult following it got and everything else that happened. So James Franco is just incredible, so watch it for that alone. But it's a really funny movie. A lot of laugh out loud moments, especially if you like Tommy and you like The Room. You're gonna really enjoy this one, so I definitely recommend it from a movie standpoint for sure. So in terms of video quality, this is an interesting title. So A24 has done some 4K stuff. Ex Machina came out in 4K. You know, they're not opposed to the 4K format. They haven't not adopted it like Disney didn't for a while. They've used it before, and they have Lionsgate behind them, who releases most of their studio releases on physical media, home media. Lionsgate usually handles that and distributes them, and they're well into the 4K game for years now. So The Disaster Artist was actually shot at 6K and 4K, and has a 4K digital intermediate. So it's a really nice, smooth picture. The Blu-ray looks incredible, but I'm wondering why this didn't get a 4K release, and I'm hoping that they don't hit us with the 4K release like 3 months from now after everyone's already picked this up, because that's just really shitty for collectors and people who are going out to buy this on day one. It's the only format they can purchase, and then 3 months later a 4K pops out of nowhere. So I'm hoping down the line that we do get a 4K, but I really don't understand why they didn't release it to start with. It's a 4K digital intermediate. All they had to do was transfer it over the disc. Didn't even have to do an upscale. So picture quality on this is of course great, but for a Blu-ray, top notch. It's a 4K DI, so it looks great, but it could have been better. We really should have got a 4K release here. And they put this movie out in IMAX in theaters. It was in IMAX movie theaters, so why not give us a 4K release and give us that full screen, you know, IMAX experience if that's what you're gonna do. So really confusing release here, but it is a very solid picture quality Blu-ray, and you know, I guess I can't complain about that, but I'm just shocked they didn't do a 4K. Now for audio, no Dolby Atmos, no DTSX. It's just got a Dolby True HD 7.1, which is solid. For a movie like this, largely dialogue driven, there's not a whole lot of action. So even the additional speakers to go from 5.1 to 7.1, I don't know how much that really adds. If you have a 5.1 system, you're gonna be fine. So audio is solid. Dialogue's really clear. I mean, it's a great mix. There's a lot of nice music and but there's just not much to it. You know what I mean? It's not an action movie, so there aren't any real explosions or shots or anything crazy happening. It's just a really nice, calm sound mix. Sounds great on the speakers. For special features, you're going to get an audio commentary. Now, James Franco's in on this, Dave Franco's in on this, Tommy Wiseau and Greg Sestero in on the audio commentary, which is hilarious. There's a great gag reel. There's a whole feature into behind the scenes with Tommy, kind of looking into who Tommy is. And then kind of a story about directing a disaster and talking about kind of how you direct this movie, which is based on another movie which was so bad. It's like, it's kind of like this movie Inception, like this is a movie within a movie within a movie. So that's kind of a cool little feature, but there's actually some nice special features on here for just a standard Blu-ray these days. A lot of stuff, unless it's a special edition, is not coming with special features that are so loaded. A24 keeps doing that, and this is a great release for that as well. In terms of the packaging, you're just going to get a slipcover. If you bought this within the first few months, typically A24 has slipcovers, those really highly coveted slipcovers, so if you can find it with one, highly recommend keeping it. Same artwork, front and back. Up on the inside, just two plain discs, DVD and a Blu-ray. There's a digital copy as well, digital HD copy. So nothing too crazy. It's a nice slipcover, but no special editions here, no steelbooks, no crazy retailer exclusives. This is what you're buying, this is what you're getting, and that's it for The Disaster Artist in terms of packaging. So overall, if you're a fan of The Room, if you have an autographed Blu-ray of The Room from Tommy, signed in April of 2017, he writes, "Love Tommy." He gives you like underwear when you buy his Blu-ray off his website. The dude's still crazy, but if you love this kind of stuff, if you love his personality, his character, James Franco kills it. You're gonna really enjoy The Disaster Artist. Picture quality solid, audio quality is solid, great special features, including the commentary with Tommy himself is just hilarious. So I highly, highly recommend grabbing this. I can't recommend A24 titles enough, but The Disaster Artist is a really great example of kind of the movies that they can put out that might not otherwise get done. A24 has that backing now. They have that reputation. They can put stuff out there, wide release, get these cool movies made, and The Disaster Artist is no exception, so go check it out. And if you're looking for The Room on Blu-ray, the original movie that this is based on, you can go to Tommy Wiseau's website, and if you ask him, he'll sign it for you, send it for like 20 bucks. Not a bad deal at all, but it's hilarious to have in your collection. I love having this one, so definitely check that out too. Can't recommend, if you're a movie fan, seeing The Room. It's gonna crack you up how bad it is, but it's hilarious. So watch this, then watch this, and you'll have a great night. These two are an excellent combo. Highly recommend them both. They're must-haves in your collection, and go out, grab both of them, support these guys, support the physical media, and support A24 for making great films. All right, so that's about it. All the usual stuff: subscribe, like, turn on the notifications, leave me a comment, do what you guys do. I don't even need to tell you anymore. It's been awesome. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Links will be down in the description. Say hi. You know, I'll get back to you, ask me questions, whatever you guys want to do. But thanks for watching this review. This was The Disaster Artist on Blu-ray. Go pick this up. Make sure you get a slipcover. Buy it early. You don't want to miss out on the A24 slipcovers. Ask my friend Blu-ray Dan on YouTube. He goes nuts over A24 slipcovers. He'll tell you how important these are. So go grab this movie right away. Go support them. Make sure you get that slipcover, or Blu-ray Dan and I are going to come after you for not getting an A24 title with a slipcover. But that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Jeff here from Films at Home. Thank you for checking my channel out, and I am signing off.